Hi guys, welcome back to Crafty Nat Shifty. Apologies for the delay, but here is my slightly delayed week 2 birthday month giveaway. So if you haven't already seen my first giveaway, I have, or at least the idea was to have a giveaway each month, and this week's is Simon Says Stamp. So I have these 4 ink pads that Simon Says Stamp sent me, and they sent me them a while back, and I already had these colours, so I decided to keep hold of them and use them as part of my birthday month giveaway series. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a card using these, and if you want to enter the giveaway to win these ink colours, then you can go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section below, and you can also head over to Instagram and leave a comment and tag a friend there. Okay, so let's get into the card. As you can see, I started off with the Beanstalk green colour and I stamped that off once to the side on my grid paper and then inked up the stamp again and stamped onto my card. This card base is actually a scrap of A6 paper that I had in my stash, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this down to fit a standard 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 note card later on in this video. So for each of these colours I'm stamping off at least once to the side and then re-inking the stamp. And I'm making sure to clean the stamp really well in between the colours using my stamp chamois. And the reason for that is to get all of the previous colour off of the stamp and then to make sure it's inked up really well with it being a solid stamp. I could have also used my MISTI, so if I didn't stamp perfectly I could have gone over any of these images, but I find that stamping off to the side works really well. So then I took the Birthday Wishes sentiment, which is from the same stamp set, and stamped that in VersaFine Onyx Black ink, and then went ahead and stamped the outline for each of the balloons. You don't necessarily need the outline, but I think it helped to tie in the black of the sentiment and the black of the balloon tail. So the balloon tail I've laid out slightly wonky on my stamp block, and I'm just turning that round so I get a slightly different design of that string pattern. And you might notice here I actually forgot to stamp the string on that orange balloon. I don't really know how, but I'll fix that later on. So now I've taken a couple of the tiny images and I've arranged them on my stamp block, and I'm using the cobblestone ink just to stamp a pattern sort of horizontally from the bottom left hand corner up to that top right hand corner. And then once I've filled that in, I just took each of those little images individually and stamped a couple of extra ones to fill in some of the gaps where I couldn't necessarily fit the arrangement that I had on my stamp block. And this is a really quick and easy way just to add some tiny stamps to your background. So once I was finished with that, I went ahead and cut this piece down. I decided that I wanted to have a little bit of my card base showing at either side, so I cut the card to be slightly narrower. I think I went for 3 3/4, I think it'd be. I think I've got about 1/4 of an inch showing on each side of my 4 1/4 card base. And this card base is using orange peel cardstock from Simon Says Stamp that I've just gone ahead and cut in half and then scored and folded in half to make a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 top folding note card. And then I used some Tombow Mono glue just to go ahead and stick that card panel down. So I was really happy with how this looked, but I did notice at this point that I'd forgotten that string, so I just went ahead and stamped that down again and then used a white gel pen to add some highlight to each of the balloons. I probably should have gone ahead and used embossing powder, my embossing marker for this, because as it dried the white did fade just a little bit because these colours are so intense in the background, but I'm still happy with how that turned out, and you could always go ahead and use embossing powder if you prefer. Okay, so that's it from me today. If you do want to go ahead and enter this giveaway, then please just leave me a comment in the comments section below, and you can also head over to Instagram and leave me a comment tagging a friend for an extra entry into this giveaway. Okay, so that's all from me today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, then let me know by hitting the like button, and on screen right now is a link to some of my other giveaways that are active throughout the month of August. The winners for each of these giveaways will be announced over on my blog, so please make sure to check back there at the end of the month, and I hope to see you here again soon. That's all from me. Bye for now.